Welcome, my friends. It's time once again for the weekly flags recap. Okay, so, to begin, I do not endorse anyone that I talk about in this video unless I explicitly say so. And please stop flagging each other. Just make videos calling each other bitches. It's so much more fun that way, and you get your point across, and people understand what you're trying to say when you say it, rather than just use artificial, mechanical flagging and down thumbing and all that. Just say it. Say it. Don't be a bitch. Call people bitches. How's that? Anyways, I saw a nice video on a new aspect about copyright infringement, 3D printing, and it came from Mary Greeley, so I'm just going to link that in the description box below. That's all the new thought that I had on copyright in general this week. I was really busy, but here we go with the flags recap. I'm going to say flag of the week was from WeisApple. She got DMCA'd, and she handled it quite well. I'm going to allow her to tell the story of it if she so chooses, but it does involve a lot of really internet-savvy sleuthing and some really great pressure on someone to get them to remove the copyright strike from her that they put on. So that was great work on her part. Flag of the week. Also in the Great Debate community, Vindicator was flagged by somebody named StopMoss B, but he recognizes that StopMoss B must be an atheism is unstoppable 4 fan. And I don't really get it, why people would continue to associate trolls with the larger channels that they're trying to punch up at. The trolls are just the trolls. They're not really affiliated with anyone, you know. But links in the description box. A lot more action, though, in the RadFeMRA community, where V was DMCA'd by Brianna Wu, and found that Brianna Wu had talked about it, so he made a video about it, and that's, like, dramalicious. Watch it. Also, a YouTuber named Tru Shibes uploaded a snippet from a Stefan Molyneux podcast where the content was such that Stefan Molyneux was admitting openly to listening in on his wife, who is a psychotherapist, on her sessions that she has in the same house where they live. He's listening through the vents and then, you know, sending her texts and whatnot to chime in on that client's session, completely breaking confidentiality. And so that little snippet had showed up on YouTube in a couple places, and Stefan Molyneux has tried to DMCA it down wherever he finds it, and so he's been sued for abuse of the DMCA. And also, dramalicious, must watch. Click on it. It's in the description box. The gaming community on YouTube this week had the most flags. Art the Genius was false flagged, they say. But it's not the kind of false flag that you and I know, where somebody is wrongfully accused of breaking the terms of service in order to just take down their content because somebody doesn't like it. No, this false flag was Art the Genius was accused of saying that transgendered people need to be killed. And he's saying that he didn't. His friends are saying that he didn't say that, but he had a live hangout stream that was basically raided by a whole bunch of people who thought that he had said that. And so that was the false flagged that was. But the other false flags in the gaming community are the classic sense that we have all come to know throughout this series. The DMCA'd, Mr. Joe King, Giant 74, Axyl Maverick, Gamegris Cosplay, Neal Ochoa, Retrogamer, and Sam Kia. All flagged or DMCA'd for false reasons. DangIT Productions won a DMCA counterclaim. That's like the second one this week, and I'm happy about it when people win the counterclaims. I'm sad when people don't even bother to counterclaim and they let their channel go down in flames because people get butthurt. Counterclaim, people. You know. HypeHunter got a DMCA for doing a live reaction to One Punch Man, and I don't really understand how live reactions are altogether parody or commentary on something when they're taking the entirety of something. Let's say, for example, not HypeHunter doing whole episodes of One Punch Man or basically the whole episode. Let's take Generation Zero Films just did a live reaction to the trailer for Batman vs. Superman. And he looked really excited about it. But he played the entire trailer, and classically we all know that commentary and criticism being protected under fair use means you're only using snippets. You know, you're not putting out their whole content in order to get around copyright and whatnot. You know, and if you don't make a lot of noise during it, which I'd say Generation Zero Films did, I'd say that, you know, maybe this is over the line too far. You know, maybe people should do their live reaction shots without posting the original content in its entirety in the corner. You know, lining it up. And I understand that it helps line up where they had that reaction to that content, but I'm seeing a lot of DMCA's that are not being overturned, and they're coming from companies that have a lot of money, so they are pushing their rights for real, not false flagging. Next, we've got Twiztidclwn the Ninja. And when I clicked on that, I expected to find either an Insane Clown Posse Dark Lotus fan or a pro wrestling fan. One of the two. And I expected to find somebody who had some passion about being flagged. Okay? But this is the least passionate person ever about being false flagged. And it's unintentionally comically hilarious. Click on it and watch. This guy is like Eeyore the donkey from Winnie the Pooh. Just holy shit, he cannot muster up even a little bit of passion to go along with the words that he's saying. The words that he's saying would be passionate if he wasn't just moping around. Holy shit funny. So click on it. Next we've got, I'm just throwing in here a funny video from the Cauldron. It's about something that happened last night. It was Antonio Brown. He did a return for a great number of yards, like 84 yards, and then he did a touchdown, and then he ran through the end zone, and then he jumped, and he hit the goalpost crotch first. He straddled that thing, and then he fell, and it was kind of comic, and it was very short, but he got flagged for 15 yards for excessive celebration in the end zone, and a lot of people didn't understand because it was so short, you know. But the Cauldron made a funny video parody of it with the original Super Mario Brothers, and I'll link that below. But you should never upload content from the NFL because they do push their rights, as well as the UFC. Don't ever upload their sports content because you will get flagged. Florence Carlson also does not understand intellectual property rights and continues to try to upload Alex Jones broadcasts and thinks that it's people that aren't Alex Jones flagging it down. This is the same for channels that subversively upload Howard Stern broadcasts because people don't want to pay for satellite radio. So there's little communities that upload Howard Stern broadcasts to YouTube, and once a channel gets found out, it gets completely flagged down, and they just start another one, and they're sharing that content too. It's not your content to post, So I'm not surprised that he got flagged. Anna Ski also flagged for blatant copyright violation, blatantly uploading movies, and just read the description box of the video where Anna Ski is declaring being flagged, and you'll understand Anna Ski knows she's doing something wrong. Rednecks Gone Wild got music DMCA, which it's not that big of a news. People get that all the time these days, and as long as your video stays up, and maybe you'll lose the monetization on just that video, but if you use their music, I like the system the way it is, where your video still stays up the way it was, and you just pay the royalties off of your video, all of the ad revenue to the songwriter. I like that because your video gets to stay up, It's a lot better than what we had before. Here's some interesting news. Alan Sinclair received a false DMCA, and this is for calling out LewReviews for exploiting suicide for basically YouTube attention and getting views. And so LewReviews DMCA'd Alan Sinclair basically for the allegation that he was doing something on the internet to get attention, which we're all here to get attention. I do this recap so that it will get seen. I have my reasons, but I want a whole bunch of people to see it. So everyone's trying to get views for everything. And if you're talking about somebody and their suicide, you're trying to get views for your video at the same time. And people are entitled to their opinion as to whether that's a good thing for you to talk about in order to get views. So you could say that I've exploited atheism and religion. You could say that some people here exploit feminism or any other ism in order to get attention. We're all here to make views, and I will make no bones about that. Flagwatch. As I mentioned just 2 minutes ago in this video, people uploading NFL game footage to YouTube, and to complement the Cauldron's funny NFL video, I will leave a link to somebody who uploaded a cam shot of his own TV of the Antonio Brown crotching of the goalpost. This is my recreation here. Yeah, and we'll see how long that video lasts. You might actually be watching this video after that video gets flagged down. Also on Flagwatch, I'm going to put Charming Man 93 because he has been knocking heads left and right like duck, 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 duck. and you expect that a goose is going to happen pretty soon, because just look at the techniques that he's been using. He is a ponage artist, and he's been on a tear, and I recommend you all check him out and see if you disagree with me. Also, I'm going to add a relatively unknown person named Deprogrammed Enlightener. I'm adding him because he reminds me a lot of an old group called A Mighty Wind, or Almighty Wind. They were both of them at the same time. A lot of them like to use the name Yah in their name, and they like to think that they were closer to their deity by trying to add other languages, other older languages, words into straight spoken English. So, yeah. Yahweh, Muhammad, Hamashiach, blah, 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 you know, and then they start speaking regular English. And yeah, it's a certain thing about this guy. The video I'm going to link you to, he's talking about how scared he is that men could be giving birth to babies with artificial uteruses within the next 5 years. And he's scared about this because, and he starts out his video like this, what if God says that if you cut your beard and you have no beard on you when you die, if you're clean shaven, then you are going to hell? So that's the kind of God that he believes in, the God that cares about your shaving your face, and if you are wearing the douchebag chin strap today, or if you grew it out full. So, yeah, I don't see good things in his future. Flag watch. It's going to happen. He's going to become part of the great debate community, and he'll be a lolcow, and, you know, bad things are bound to happen. Random shout out for everyone to Skullgrim Nielsen. He has a lot of swords. As always, please stop flagging each other, and we'll see you next week for the next Weekly Flags recap.